For our next speaker, she is a Senior Science Research Specialist at the DOST-ASTI and the project leader for Kooha project. She has more than 10 years of experience in information and communications technology research and development, and systems engineering, and an experience working with web and mobile app development, MVC frameworks, content management systems, and business process management systems. Please welcome Roxana Benyante.
Good morning once again to our colleagues from DOST, friends from media, participants and guests who are joining us via Facebook and YouTube channels. I'm Roxana Benyante and I am the project leader of the Kooha R&D project. So I hope we all have somehow an idea of what the Kooha project is all about and have an understanding of the Kooha application's functions. For this portion of our program, I'll be presenting Kooha's potential impact and big data applications. So probably at this point, you're asking, what's in it for me when I use the application? Or what will happen to the data and images I'll contribute to the Kooha community via the app? What's the added value of this technology to our society? What makes this technology different from mainstream photo sharing and social media platforms? I hope we can address all these questions as we go through the presentation. It was presented earlier by one of our speakers that there are several types of data being captured and collected when you use the application. So now I will explain what will happen to the plurality of sensor data and images that you will share using the Kooha application. Okay, say you download the application from the Play Store and then you set it up on your devices, and as you capture a photograph, the plurality of sensor data will also be collected. Take note that your devices have built-in sensors such as light sensor, proximity sensor, gravity sensor, gyroscope, barometer, microphone, among others. And the application collects data from these sensors from your devices, and then you'll share or post the photograph with sensor data to the community via the Kooha application. So the photo with sensor data will be uploaded to the core facility of DOST-ASTI via a research network where data will be stored and managed. Through crowdsourcing and with the help of the Kooha users, we hope to establish large data sets, big data, that may be analyzed computationally to reveal patterns, trends, and associations, especially relating to human behavior and interactions. In essence, big data will come from social data, the IoT-generated data, through the contributions of the Kooha users. Okay, going back to the question, what will happen to the data and images that I'll contribute to the Kooha community via the app? So say we have established a large data set. So first, let me briefly enumerate some examples of potential benefits of big data, particularly improvements in efficiency, where better services can be provided based on the personalization of services and the learning from the performance of such services. So some examples of potential benefits of big data are as follows. First, data sharing or open data. If there's a free flow of information from organizations to citizens, it promotes greater trust and transparency between citizens and organization, or at least for our context, for the government, in line with open data initiatives. Second potential big data benefit is smart city and Internet of Things applications. So the public sector is increasingly characterized by applications that rely on sensor measurements of physical phenomena such as traffic volumes, environmental pollution, usage level of waste containers, location of municipal vehicles, detection of abnormal behavior, among others. The integrated analysis of this high volume and high velocity IoT data sources has the potential to significantly improve urban management and positively impact the safety and quality of life of its citizens. So the third potential benefit of big data is citizen sentiment analysis. Information from social data, crowdsourcing, or IoT. For example, the nature of Kooha application, it is IoT generated. The data is IoT generated. So in essence, it can help policymakers to prioritize services and be aware of citizens' interests and opinions. And last is citizen segmentation and personalization while preserving privacy. So tailoring organizations' services to individuals can increase effectiveness, efficiency, and citizen satisfaction. Okay, having said all these big data benefits, what are the potential areas where we can use the data contributed by Kooha users, given that we have established a large set of data for analysis? First is in the area of telecommunication. So Kooha data can be used to identify areas with weak signal reception based on the collected network coverage signal strength data. This can be used as an input to improve network signal in remote areas. Also, mobile network providers may use this data for example, business strategy. Example, identifying places with low signal strength, identifying places without 4G, 5G, or LTE signal, also determining the number of mobile network users in a particular area or location. Next potential area where we can apply or we can use the data from Kooha in the area of business. Kooha data can be used to identify potential areas or locations to start a business, areas with high foot traffic. Data can be used to analyze the behavior of potential consumers and their preferences. We can also use other data such as network signal, the luminance, to assess if the place is well lighted, natural light, using natural light or artificial light at night, and even identifying or determining the noise level of a particular area. So data can also be used in, for instance, choosing a location for buying or leasing property, considering the network signal, the population on a particular area, identifying if the location is serene or peaceful by checking the decibel level, for example, the noise level in a particular place at a particular time. Is the place well lighted at night, etc. It can also be used for automatic light adjustment in residential or commercial areas. Next area of application, potential area of application is the transportation. Data can be used to, example, identify areas with high foot traffic, determining potential causes of congestion based on the shared contribution in the Kooha application. Another area is the tourism, in tourism. Kooha data can be used to improve tourist experience and tourist spots with poor signal strength. It can be used by consumers to gain more info about the place that they're going to visit or stay using the network signal. Are there a lot of people in a particular place? Is the particular place peaceful, serene, quiet, well lighted, etc.? It can also be used to promote places by sharing photographs to the community. Okay, in the area of academe or education, the academe may use the data for their research studies. So it's also available for the academe for generation of new knowledge. If they have research studies that they will need, they'll be needing data, they can use the big data that will be available through Kooha. For the environment, the Kooha app collects environmental data that can be an aid for research related to environmental science, disaster, climate change, ecosystems, among others. For disasters or natural calamities, this can also serve as a platform for sharing the current situation or condition of a particular place at a particular time with attached environmental data and can be shared to the community. The sound level you can also be used for reference and guideline for future regulations of regulations on noise limit in a particular area. Also, the weather data such as temperature, humidity, pressure can be used potentially for detecting changes in weather conditions. Another area is in health. Data can be used to track people's physical activity level using motion sensors. Associate motion sensor data to study the risk of having chronic diseases or illness. This can be an input to health-related research and studies. And last, for policies and regulation, for crafting policies and regulation for decision makers. Data can be used for other research purposes by data analysts or researchers, and data may infer the general public's behavior, preferences, and associations to better improve public services. Okay, please take note that the technology relies on the mobile device sensors of our phones. Latest phone models and known brands may have quite accurate inertial sensors. Other smartphone models, in particular older ones, may deliver inaccurate sensor values. We also consider this parameter in future analysis and application development. Okay, so we believe that this technology has a great potential in promoting science and technology to enhance innovation and creative capacity towards self-sustaining, inclusive development of the country. Okay, in summary, why Kooha is a breakthrough in R&D? First, data exchange. Kooha made it easier for the public to be connected to the research community. Next is public service. Through Kooha, information gathered can help various sectors create data for research purposes. Social network. Social network, but better. Societally relevant and societally responsible social sensing network makes it easier and enjoyable for users to contribute data to the scientific community. And next is big data generation. This cost-effective solution addresses technical challenges in adapting an IoT application, such as infrastructure, connectivity, reliable power supply, and data center. And last but not the least is open data. The project will contribute to the enhancement and development of skills and expertise in the field of S&T by allowing academies, public and private sectors, and research institutions to use generated data for advanced diagnostic analytics. So that ends my short presentation about Kooha's potential impact and big data applications. Thank you everyone for listening.